I'm having a day, y'all. I'm having a day. Okay. So I recorded a video, a TTC tag video a couple weeks ago. Well, I should say posted a couple weeks ago. You're just now seeing this now. Where I said I was trying to do the video real quick. It was 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning, something like that, because I had to catch a flight. You'll notice I'm in the same clothing. Well, I recorded the video, I edited the video, I posted the video, all that went fine. 1,000,001 things happened. Didn't exactly get out the house when I wanted to, but that just wasn't the end all be all. So I got out the house. I swear every slowpoke jumped in front of me on the road, on my way to the park and fly. Get to the park and fly, there's somebody who's completely clueless sitting in front of the area, just taking up space. They eventually creep up, then they don't even realize they're supposed to press to get a ticket to raise the bar so that they can get into the parking lot. The attendant in the booth that's right there told me where to go for parking, so I know he told them, but they still crept into the parking lot anyway. Then they were right in front of me. We parked in the same row, so the bus was waiting for us. I mean, I parked further down on the row. They were taking their sweet time. The driver was telling me, and I'll get to you how I know all of this, but the driver was telling me how the girl was like pulling out blankets, folding them, spraying herself with perfume. I mean, just taking their sweet time getting out. Like, come on, the people are here so that they can get to the airport, not so that you can take your sweet time and have everybody wait for you. So eventually they got on the bus. A bunch of other people got picked up too. The blessing was that they got to my airline first. Okay, fine. Now, when I checked into my flight 24 hours ahead, I was unable to get my boarding pass. They wanted me to print it with my printer. For whatever reason, the website would not email it to me. So I was miffed about that. So I'm just like, all right, fine. I just gotta get to the airport and print out my boarding pass. Okay, fine. Shouldn't be a big deal. Get to the airport. The whole, like, okay, first of all, it's Alaska Airlines. I've never flown Alaska Airlines. I'm on my way to Seattle. It's a straight flight. Only thing, and cheap, that had a straight flight to Seattle from Orlando Airport. Okay. Here we are, Alaska Airlines, their entire desk completely empty. Apparently, they closed their desk 40 minutes before the flight. So you can't do anything. Mind you, I don't care. I'm TSA pre-check. I'm not checking the bag. I just need a boarding pass. There was no obvious kiosk, but then there was a kiosk. It services like, I think, 5 different airlines. Finally found that. Gave it my last name. Then they were like, do you know your flight number? And I'm like, no, I don't know my flight number. Where's your destination? SCA for Seattle. Oh, we need more information. See somebody at the service desk. Okay, let me try this differently. Tried it again. This time gave him my credit card. Do you know your flight number? No, I don't know my flight number. Where's your destination? Seattle. Oh, we need more information. See somebody at the service desk. So then I go back over to the service desk because I see a guy back there. I guess he handles bags or whatever. And he's like, oh no, they closed. He was trying to explain something. I didn't really understand with his accent. And I'm just like, what kind of bootleg airline is this? Like, I cannot right now. Like, seriously, I'm going to miss this flight messing around with them. So I noticed the back, it listed, I guess, all the flights or whatever, and I could see my flight and it had a flight number. Okay, all right, now I got a flight number. Let me go try that back at the kiosk. This time, yes, I do know my flight number. Here's my flight number. What's your destination? Seattle, whatever. Ding, 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 ding. And then all of a sudden I can get a boarding pass. Okay, great. Because I'm just like, it's a half hour. Like, why are they closed? The flight, I don't understand. So anyway, get my boarding pass. No time to like find a monitor. It's just the screen is just like, go directly to the gate. Okay, fine. I look at the boarding pass, which should have the gate number on it, right? Considering this flight is taking off in a half hour. I look at it. The number is boxed in. Look at it real quick. Okay, gate 11. Great. Go through TSA. Mind you, it's 6:30 in the morning. The airport is packed. Okay, thank the Lord for TSA pre-check because the line's crazy. So go through TSA pre-check, pretty much walk through security pretty quick. I'm like, all right, cool, plenty of time. I'm gonna make this flight. Get all the way over to gate 11. It's not an Alaska Airlines flight. It's a JetBlue flight. Well, what the hell? Look at my boarding pass again. And I'm like, well, this says 11. And then I look at it closer. The number is boxed in, a little black box. Off the right side, on the inside of the box, is a little tail. It's not gate 11, it's gate 111. The 1 is lined up with the line of the box that's boxing the number in. What the hell? So, okay. Now I need to go out. Sorry, my other phone is ringing. I get these little spam calls all the time. So I'm just like, what the hell? Go back to the terminal. Gotta get back on the train. I'm talking to this flight attendant. I think she's with like Frontier or whatever. And I have her look at my boarding pass. And I said, what gate do you think this is? She said gate 11. Yeah, it ain't 11. Huh? Yeah, that was a JetBlue flight. That wasn't this Alaska flight. Huh? I'm like, it's gate 111. And then she's like, oh, what time is your flight? I said, well, the flight leaves at 7. At this point, I have about 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes to 7. She's like, oh, well, they're going to close the flight 10 minutes before. I don't know if you're going to make it. And I'm like, well, I'm TSA pre-check. I should make it. She said, well, no. I said, well, I mean, you know, I'm just running the gate. She said, well, you have to go through security all over again. I'm like, I do? She's like, yeah, to get to 111. I'm like, son of a bitch. Okay, maybe I can make it because I'm TSA pre-check. But not only do I have to go through security all over again, I gotta walk to the other damn side of the airport. I'm like, I'm like totally gonna miss this flight. I'm gonna miss it. At this point, it's like, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna try, but I already know that like I'm gonna miss it. Like, this is crazy. Okay, I've been up all night because I don't do well with morning flights. So I'm up all night just so this doesn't happen, so I don't oversleep it. But never in my life have I gone to the wrong gate, okay? And not only the wrong gate, but on the other side of the freaking airport. There's only 2 terminals in Orlando International, A and B. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So, the security is way more packed on the other side. TSA pre-check, slow. 5 people in front of me in the line, shouldn't be in the line, so I'm waiting on them. Finally go through. I'm like, why would they even let me come through on this side if this wasn't my gate? And she said, well, probably because it looks like gate 11, you know, on the boarding pass. And I'm just like, this is so ridiculous. Like, I mean, don't they scan it? She was like, oh, they don't really scan it. I'm just like, Lord have mercy. So, get through security. The flight is still there, but the door is closed. I already know once the door is closed, they're not gonna let me on the flight. Okay, fine. So I walk up to the desk. I show the lady my boarding pass. I said, what gate does this look like? And she says 11. I said, clearly this flight is not at gate 11. And she's just like, yeah, oh, that's a shame. I mean, unfortunately, the door's already closed. All we can do is rebook you on the next flight this afternoon. Okay, fine. So when's that flight? Oh, it's 7:10 p.m. That ain't really this afternoon. That's like tonight. Like, this flight is literally 12 hours from now. Okay. I'm just like, okay. All right, well, let's just do that. Oh, well, I can give you the reservations number. We can't do it here. Wait, what? Your service desk is closed. And now I'm at the terminal at the gate and you can't book me on the next flight. You mean to tell me I gotta get on a phone call with your reservations line and have them book me on the next flight? What? I cannot. Ooh, at this point, I'm trying to maintain as much cool as I possibly can. It's not these ladies' fault. But I'm just like, this is the most bootleg thing I've ever seen. And I mean, even the flight attendant was like, wow, that's really strange. Alaska Airlines is usually really good. And I'm just like, I gotta get there. I'm like, all right, what's the number? I just want to write the number down. I don't even have a real good signal in this airport, so I don't even know. My call's going to get dropped. I'm sure I'm going to be on hold for a long time. This is that and the other. And she was like, oh, don't. I'm like, I've never flown Alaska Airlines before. I'm like, not happy. Like, this has not been a good experience, like, from the gate. It has not been a good experience. So she was like, oh, you know what, don't worry about it, we'll do it here. But I thought you couldn't do it here. So anyway, I guess one of them behind the counter used their phone to call a reservations line. They were already calling anyway for somebody, because when I checked in, they apparently had overbooked the flight and they were asking people to take a later flight for like some kind of voucher or whatever, some credit. I don't fly Alaska Airlines. I could care less about your credit. So no, I want to be on this flight. Anyway, obviously didn't make that flight. They did book me on the flight this evening. That's where I'm on my way to now. That flight leaves at 7:10. The time is now 5:43. I'm probably like 3 minutes away from the park and fly. Okay, so I'm like, all right. My coworker, we were trying to make arrangements to meet for dinner, and I'm like, this flight's not going to get in until 9:30, so don't even bother trying to meet me for dinner. Like, don't bother. So that was that. I'm like, all right. He's like, oh, are you gonna wait in the airport? And I'm like, hell no. I mean, for 12 hours, I live like 10 minutes from the airport, so no. I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna go home. And then as she's getting my flight together, I realized, I'm like, oh shit, I can't go home, because I was just gonna leave my car in the park and fly, just get like a Uber, taxi, whatever, to take me home. But I can't go straight home from here. Why? Because my car keys, my house keys, I don't take with me, right? They're separate from my car keys. I leave them in the car. So I didn't have my house keys. So I can't get back in the freaking house unless I go to the car. So I'm just like, you know what? All right, I'll just hop the Park and Fly shuttle back to the Park and Fly so I can get in the car, get my house keys, and then I'll lift it back to the house. That was the plan. So I go back down. the park and fly shuttle driver was the same one that dropped me off, and she's like, what happened? You missed your flight? And I was just like, you will just not believe my morning, you know. And everybody's saying the same thing. You know what, you know, it just seems like it just wasn't meant for you to be on this flight. No, I don't think it was. Like, everything was so freaking against me being up all night, the slow traffic, the shenanigans at the park and fly, the gate being wrong. It's like, I'm not supposed to be on this flight. Like, somebody doesn't want me to go to Seattle. And I hope that me not being on that flight doesn't mean something bad for everybody who was on the flight. But I'm just like, so then she tells me that you know, I can leave with my car. They'll just waive the ticket. They won't charge me like for a day because I was basically in and out. They'll just go ahead and waive it. I'm like, all right, fine. I've never had anything like this happen to me, like, ever. Not where I have to, there's so much time between the next flight that I have to go home. So, hold on. Hello? Yeah.
I'll give my driver right to you, but park in row F.
F.
But you gotta go in E and then come around in F.
Okay. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Ooh, sorry, homie. Okay, so I'm just like, the shenanigans, and then the thing just basically saying the wrong gate and all of that. So she printed me out a new boarding pass, and I said, well, this flight, the lady who was helping me, she said, yeah, I'm going to be here this afternoon. And I'm like, all right, so I guess I'll see you this afternoon. I said, it's the same gate? She said, yes, don't go to gate 11. And I'm like, okay, fine. So so I said, all right, well, here's my new boarding pass. I said, let me see if the gate printed out right on this boarding pass, because this is a different boarding pass, right? No. I will hold on, because I'm all right. So E, and I gotta go to F. Okay, so right below my finger is the gate. Hopefully y'all can. Right below my gate. What does that look like? Does that look like 11, or does that look like 111? I'm gonna tell you what it looked like to me. It certainly looks like 11 still. And I said, this still looks like 11. So she said, you know what, I'm just gonna write it write it on there. I'm like, okay. Yeah, there's one spot up under another tree. So she wrote 111 on there, but I mean, now I know it's 111. So I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous on so many levels. I'm trying to tell you. So yeah, that's my shenanigans. Sorry, I'm trying to get together because this van is waiting for me. So yeah. Yeah, y'all, I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna do my car keys. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get back with y'all in a bit. Terminal the right gate with, I think, 30 minutes to spare. So, boy, oh boy. Anyway, it's been an adventure today. I still got a lot of work to do. Good news is I got to go home. And since nobody was looking for me all day, I went to sleep. So I slept till probably 1 o'clock. And then I got up, started responding to emails and stuff. And that kept me a little busy until it was time to come here. So at least I'm here. I'll actually make this flight. It leaves in 50 minutes. So they're not even boarding yet. Now I need to figure out what I'm going to eat for dinner because it's a 6.5-hour flight. And I don't know. Well, at least the flight's on time. Yeah, I don't know what they serving, if they serving, so I'll figure out what I want to eat. So I can get a sub, I can get a salad. This ain't even what I wanted to talk to y'all about. Spent all that time yakking about my morning. So I got a hold of my RE's office since my RE is back. I now have a tentative date for my Frozen Embryo Transfer. And August 10th, y'all. August 10th. I'm not feeling great about that. August 10th. It's like another month wait. Like, this waiting thing ain't for me. Like, talk about the lessons in patience, yo. Like, he wants me to be on birth control for 3 weeks. Then I get another period. Then a baseline ultrasound. Then I'll go on estrogen in preparation. And then progesterone with a tentative date of August 10th. I told y'all before in the last video that I was feeling like down. This doesn't help. But maybe it's for the best. I mean, it's real busy with work right now. I don't feel like stressed out, but I guess part of what me feeling down is all the work that I had to do around the house prior to this transfer. And just trying to get it all done. Now I have another month to do it, and I have another month to work on my weight, which I've just been maintaining. I haven't really gained anything, so yeah. Today has not been my day, man. It's been just bad news all around. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like every time I come here I always go to age a child. And I don't want Chipotle because I feel like I always get there too. And I don't want pizza. And I don't really want to stop. So maybe I'll just go to Asia Child. Anyway. I definitely don't want McDonald's. And I don't feel like a salad, especially now. So. Alright. Well, I'll try to check in on this trip where I can. I got a lot of work ahead of me, so I don't know how much I'll be able to do. So, until next time. I'm going to close this vlog because unless something happens, I ain't vlogging no more tonight. It'll be tomorrow. So, sticky baby, that's all those TTC.